They tried to kill me like Abraham Lincoln, but the shot was so weak, I caught the bullet with my own wig. Wait a minute. Here it is. You see, if I hadn't caught the bullet with my wig so beautifully, so fantastically, and so bigly, it would have come through this ear. Wait, gone out with this ear and killed a lot of my supporters. So my wig's concern is the safety and security of my supporters. Everybody else knows it. And I never liked the FBI, the Fake News Bureau of Investigation. I saw the sniper myself. He was a tall, skinny black man with a lot of gray hair. It was Obama. You're such a loser, Obama. Such a lightweight. What are you gonna tell your wife, Michael? You try to put me down like John F. Kennedy, but I stood up and said, "You nasty cats Democrats, try me." I was so shocked I became tremendously black. I'm America's first black president. I'm a convicted felon. I've been to jail. I've been shot so bigly by a white man. I dance like black people. Even some Republicans call me Trump Jackson. Everybody knows it. By the way, I'm suing America for tremendous damages to my presidential ear because my first ear is worth billions and billions of dollars, unlike Obama's. Did you know Obama is the only American president that can never get shot because his ear is so huge it can hear shots being fired all the way from Gaza, China. And after the assassination, I just put a new word in the English dictionary. It's called trumpy. If somebody says, "You're so trumpy," it means you got so lucky. And you're so trumpy if you vote for Donald Trump. Believe me, everybody knows it. A lot of people are saying the Habesha in America, they're gonna vote for Laughing Kamala. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Because the Habeshas believe Kamala looks like Habesha, but Kamala told me herself she doesn't like Habesha because Habesha looks like India, but the hair is Kardada. Let me tell you, Habeshas, in a language you'll understand, Kamala does not mean Walela. Kamala is Dalala. My Habesha, Gusha, Fandisha, and Ambasha people, this is your favorite president, Donald J. Trump, or as my Habesha family calls me, Tare Tararao. A lot of Habesha are saying, Kamala looks like Habesha, Kamala looks like Habesha. But I am more of an Habesha than Kamala. I love my country like Habesha. I am conservative. I love Gursha, Fandisha, and Ambasha. Do you know what Kamala's Gursha is? Kamala's Gursha is Challa. That's why I call her Kamala Walala Dalala Challa. All about the Benjamin, folks. Listen, Kamala is what I like to call a trans color. A trans color. A trans color is, in case of Kamala Walala Dalala Challa, a brown woman who identifies as a black woman, or a black woman trapped in the body of an Indian brown woman. Kamala is trans color, folks. I'm telling you, God created two genders, a male and a female, but Kamala is what I like to call a trans color. A trans color is someone who identifies as two colors. When there's an election, Kamala is more black than Rosa Parks and Malcolm X. Can you believe it? She is black, proud, and loud, so tremendously. But when there's no election, Kamala is India, Asia, Krishna, Buddha, and yoga. Kamala in the Ethiopian Amharic language means Dalala Billah. My Habesha Hodabasha people, in the history of American elections, the Ethiopian American community has never voted so tremendously for a U.S. president. That's me, beautifully me, fantastically me. This shows that the Habesha community loves me more than Haile Selassie, Mengistu Haile Mariam, Meles Zenawi, Haile Mariam, Rofnan and Veronica, my Habesha Hodabasha people. Congratulations, we did it so diddly in a way it has never been done before. We did it so diddly and we never cheated like P. A lot of people are saying, now that you won this election so beautifully, so tremendously, and so bigly, so fantastically, are you going to stop the war in Ukraine? Are you going to stop the war in Ukraine? And I say, I already stopped the war between America and Ukraine, because if Kamala had won this election, Ukraine would have colonized America, because if Kamala was president, she's going to have some kind of a conference with Ukraine, with Zelensky. Can you imagine Kamala and Zelensky having a conference? Because Kamala laughs for no reason, and Zelensky is a comedian. And if you can make a woman laugh so hard, you can grab a woman by most parts of her body, and Kamala is going to give him all the nuclear codes of America. So by winning this election, I saved America from being colonized by Ukraine. I just want to wish all Ethiopians, my Habesha, Hodabasha, Gursha people, happy Tumkat and Katara tremendously, bigly, and beautifully. As you can see, I'm shaking it to the Yuhune Balais Zagalila. I love Gojaminya dance. The Gojay dance is so beautiful, by the way, beautiful people. The earthquake ain't got nothing on the Gojaminya shake. Love the Gojaminya shake, by the way. Do you know why the Gojaminya dance is my favorite Ethiopian dance? Because the Gojaminya dance is the only Ethiopian dance that can tell you if a person is fake or real. Because when you're doing the Gojaminya dance, if the person doing the Gojaminya dance hair falls off, that person is a fake person like Kamala. And when you're doing the Gojaminya dance, when you're shaking like this tremendously, if your hair doesn't move, you're real like me. That's why I love the Gojay dance. Happy Tumkat, my Habesha people. My Habesha, Hodabasha people. My Fendisha, Gursha people. A lot of people are asking me, why are no African leaders invited to my big day, my inauguration day? I'll tell you why, because Africans are not respecting me beautifully and bigly. Ethiopian comedian Jammy is making fun of me fantastically. Jammy is not even an African name. He is fake news, by the way. And Jimmy Kimmel is paying Jammy a lot of money to make fun of me. Maybe I should invite this African Trump to the White House so he can make fun of Jimmy, Kamala, Obama, and Beyonce. So my African people, my African leaders, if you want to be invited to the White House bigly, respect me tremendously. And finally, I want to thank everyone for coming to my big day, my beautiful day, except Michelle Obama. A lot of you are thinking Michelle Obama hates Trump so beautifully and so tremendously, she decided not to come to his big day. But the real reason Michelle Obama didn't come to my inauguration day is because I don't recognize 2G, 2G, that's two genders in one. I only recognize 1G, one gender, male or female. Sorry, Obama, your wife is 2G. Michael and Michelle at the same time. This means your marriage is not also recognized by America, by Trump. Same-sex marriage. So you'll be deported back to Kenya or Indonesia tremendously. A lot of people think that I only dance like this. But when I am with my Habesha, Ethiopian, Hodabasha, Gursha, Fandisha people, we shake it so tremendously. And my Habesha people tell me I should do more Ethiopian dances for my fans. Let me show you. ጥምቀት ያለ ጎንደር አሜሪካ ያለ እንደኔ አይነት ሊደር አይደምቅም tremendously. A lot of people ask me, they say, you signed a lot of the executive orders. What was the last one about? What was the last one about? And I say to them, the last one says, any American who officially says on social media, Beyonce is better than Michael Jackson, is either going to jail for life or going to Puff Daddy's house. Your choice. Because Beyonce shows you her boobies, her body, her naked body tremendously to get attention. She's a witch, by the way. And her husband is the Daftara. ይደግምላታል. What Elon Musk did on my big day, my Trumperation Inauguration Day, was such a disgrace, by the way, such a disgrace. So I called Elon, I said, Elon, what's wrong with you? Why the Nazi salute? He said, this is not Elon Musk. You have dialed the wrong number. I said, who's this? And he said, this is Elon Musker, like my master Adolf Hitler. This is Führer Elon Musker. I said, Elon Musk, you're fired. But I want to say, I am America's first black president. I got shots. I am a convicted felon. And I dance so beautifully, like black people. I have a lot of rhythm, tremendously and so beautifully. My African American people tell me, I dance so beautifully and so bigly. I make Michael Jackson and James Brown look like amateurs. So by doing this, Elon Musker, he just took the blackness out of me. He unblacked me, by the way, so tremendously. My Habesha people, I'm gonna be deporting some Habeshas back to Ethiopia. Around 2,000 Habeshas, and maybe some Habeshas with legal documentation like Mota and Yoni Manya. And what's really funny is most of the information we received about the Habeshas without the legal documentation were from Habeshas themselves. And some Habeshas were even calling from Ethiopia and saying, if you can pay us $1,000 US, I can tell you where my friend lives. I can tell you where my in-laws or my amach lives. That's so weird. So this is what I concluded. America Russian yatanal ifaral. Israel Palestine yatanal ifaral. North Korea Kim Jong-un South Korean ifaral yatanal. Habesha Habeshan yatanal ifaral. Such a disgrace. Habesha for Habesha used to be Gursha. Habesha for Habesha was Fendisha. Habesha for Habesha was Gasha. Now, probably because of the Sisha, Habesha is snitching on Habesha tremendously. One Habesha called me and he said, if you can pay me $1,000 US per person, I can snitch on a lot of my people without the legal documentation. He said, I can snitch on my sister, I can snitch on my brother, I can snitch on my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and finally he said, I can snitch on myself if you can pay me $2,000 US. And I said, snitch on yourself? What do you mean? He said, I can snitch on myself tremendously. I don't even have a legal documentation. So if you can pay me $2,000, I can snitch on myself. Habesha, you say you love yourself tremendously. You say Habesha loves Habesha bigly. But I say, passion without action is an illusion. Selena thinks she's the Melania of South America. She's the first lady of the Latinos. Selena, I can send you back to South America so beautifully and so bigly. You can have your salsa, samba, and capoeira crying tremendously if you like. Selena, the USA is not the land of the criminal essay. And Elon Musk, the USA is not essay. South Africa, this is the TSA, Trump State of America. And in Trump State of America, no 2G in one, no two genders in one. For example, Michael and Michelle in one. And no illegal criminal aliens. And the way Elon Musk was moving his head in my inauguration, Trumperation, he was so, looks like he was doing some kind of a signal. He probably came from Mars. He's probably an alien. Maybe that's why he wants to go to Mars tremendously. He misses his family. I'm gonna make TSA, Trump State of America, great again. A lot of my African people are asking me, why shut down the USAID? Why shut down the USAID? It's not about the money. It's because Ethiopian comedian Jammy is making fun of me. Jammy, the black Jimmy Kimmel, is making fun of me tremendously and so beautifully. He's making me mad bigly. If Jammy doesn't stop making fun of me, I'm gonna take over all the injera in America like Gaza so beautifully. And I know Habesha without the injera is like Russia without the vodka or kasha. So my Habesha or Habesha Ethiopian people, you should tell your comedian to make fun of Obama and Kamala bigly and to leave me alone tremendously. Because this is not the USA, this is the TSA, Trump State of America. After I take over Gaza, I'm gonna be taking over Addis Ababa, or as I like to call it, Abu Dhabi Baba. Abu Dhabi Baba. Because it's such a beautiful city. And I'm gonna be taking over some of the Abu Dhabi Baba women. Because Obama told me the most beautiful women are found in Abu Dhabi Baba in a place called Bole Bulbula, Piazza, and Magana. And Obama said, you can find all shades of black in one Ethiopian family. Tekur, Tayim, Kaidama, Adama, Tayindama, Tekur Dama. Such beautiful people. And he said it's because the Ethiopian skin has a lot of melanin. And I said, Obama, my wife lied to me tremendously because her name is Melania and she doesn't have any melanin in her skin. Maybe I should send her back to Slovenia and marry a Habesha named Soliana or Macedonia. If you look at the Grammys, it was such a disgrace, by the way. They gave Beyonce, Best Country, and she's not gonna make her country great again. And Kanye's wife, Bianca, grabbed me by my Aussie naked body punani. Such a disgrace. And Jaden Smith was wearing a big wall on his head because he was so scared his father would slap him like Chris Rock. He had to protect himself. Such a disgrace. So after I take over Abu Dhabi Baba or Addis Ababa, I'm gonna make Ethiopia great again. So what's the biggest problem Ethiopia has? It's having a name like Mexico, a place named Mexico in the middle of Addis Ababa. The Mexicans in Abu Dhabi Baba or Addis Ababa have a place named Mexico in the capital city of Ethiopia. The Mexicans in Addis Ababa are taking your jobs, they're taking your economy, they're taking your injera, hambasha, fandisha, and bun. So I'm gonna be taking all the Mexicans out of Ethiopia and back to Mexico, and I'm gonna make Ethiopia great again. I'm gonna do the mega. A lot of people are saying, why are you invading Gaza? Why the Gaza invasion? Is it because of the oil? And I'm telling you, it's not because of the oil, because America has the biggest oil. America has the biggest oil in the world in a place called Puff Daddy's house, P. Diddy's house. Elon Musk told me Puff Daddy's concentration of oil is so huge it can be seen from space. SpaceX, Elon Musk. So I'm invading Gaza because while most American presidents were invading countries like George Bush and Bill Clinton were invading Iraq, Obama Libya, Joe Biden proxy invasion in Ukraine, I was having my privacy invaded by the fake news media and by the FBI. So I have to invade something because as the US president say, if you don't invade, you're not US made, you're just somebody else's made.
You said if you win this election, you are going to stop the war in Gaza. But now you're saying you want to take over Gaza. You want to invade Gaza.
What a stupid question. What a stupid question. But you ask a lot of stupid questions. I never invaded a country, and Trump never invades. George Bush invaded Iraq. The husband of the most crooked woman Hillary Bill invaded Iraq. The husband of Michael Obama, he invaded Libya. And Sleepy Joe he did proxy invasion in Ukraine. But Trump, the president of TSA, Trump State of America, I never invade. I just grab countries by their petroleum.